Just about 6:18 on this Saturday morning, which on the eastern plains is starting out beautifully. Just enough cloud cover around, both at lower levels as well as up high, to start to pick up some of the early colors from the nearly rising sun. And always nice to be able to see that in the morning. There is a benefit to getting up this early every once in a while. Sunrises are definitely one of them. Along the Front Range, we don't really have any cloud cover around right now. That's the view from Ceramic Landscape Materials in Fountain, where it's a very comfortable 59 degrees. It's still pretty dark here along the Front Range. 63 degrees right now at Pueblo West, Parkview's Emergency Services Building. You see a couple of clouds on the right side of your screen there, but obviously overhead the sky is pretty clear. And the wind right now is generally calm. So 40s and 50s are commonly found in eastern Colorado this morning. Lyman's the exception, down to 37. Many of the mountain valleys have gotten pretty chilly with 20s and 30s. So Salida right now is at 40 on the nose. Skycast shows a good bit of cloud cover on the plains as we head into the afternoon, and some spotty showers and thunderstorms. And we see a little bit of activity along the Front Range, but I think like yesterday, anything along and west of I-25 is going to be struggling for moisture, so we don't think that stuff will be very strong. But out here on the plains, you see the brighter colors, and we do have some low-level moisture in place, and so we think some of these storms could actually be pretty strong and might even be severe, especially in the yellow-shaded regions out here on the southeastern corner of the state. If those storms do become severe, the main threats will be hail, maybe to about an inch in diameter, some wind gusts to 60 miles an hour, and of course with any stronger storms, frequent lightning and some bursts of heavy rain. Those will then track off east through the night tonight. High temperatures should be up a bit over yesterday's values in the 70s and 80s across eastern Colorado, very close to seasonal averages. 50s and 60s for the higher terrain with the southern mountains in the 70s today. A little breezy at times, but the wind won't be terribly strong. As I mentioned, those storms will move off into Kansas here this evening, leaving the rest of us with a pretty clear sky, and should be a quiet night tonight with low temperatures in the 40s and 50s in most cases. And then tomorrow we look to take another step up the temperature scale. We'll be in the mid-80s in Colorado Springs, and we should stay in the 80s probably through Tuesday. Stretch of dry weather expected as well. Next front comes in Wednesday, Thursday, should cool us off a little bit, kick up the wind, and maybe produce a brief shower or thunderstorm here and there as we head into Thursday afternoon. But right now that doesn't look to be terribly widespread or much of a rain threat for us. So I think really most of the next 7 days is going to be pretty quiet, and you probably need to do some watering on the lawns and such as we dry things out. Pueblo will be up to about 88 tomorrow, could touch 90 on Monday, then we'll stay in the mid-80s Tuesday, drop off into the low 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Again, there could be a rumble of thunder today, maybe again Thursday. Everything in between looks pretty darn quiet. Canyon City will have your high temperatures near 80 today, but into the 80s for the next several, well into the 80s by the way. A little breezy here and there. Overnight lows climbing back into the 50s, and we'll see about a storm today or perhaps on Thursday. All other days look to just be breezy and partly cloudy. Mountain communities, 60s today, 70s Sunday and Monday, and then falling back into the 60s again through the middle of next week. Again, we expect a few thunderstorms today, probably not terribly strong. Maybe again by the time we hit Wednesday and Thursday. You know, it's a pretty quiet stretch of weather, all things considered. We might see a bit more of a drop-off in temperature next weekend.
Okay.
We'll talk more about that tomorrow.
It's coming up, and we're starting to see the pops of color with the trees and leaves changing, which is just gorgeous. It's coming this way, slowly but surely, in southern Colorado.
Over the next couple of weeks. Awesome. You get up high enough, it's already pretty colorful.
Right, if you drive up. All right, Marty, thanks so much.
You're welcome.